Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Brief Dive, where we talk about deep topics for a brief amount of time. Today, we're talking about sports. I got some guests with me. You guys can introduce yourselves.
I'm Ben. I'm 19, a former soccer player.
I'm Mario. I'm 20, former soccer player as well.
We're just going to talk overall.
Yeah.
What has playing sports, how has that affected you mentally, physically, spiritually? You get the idea. How's
think
that
you should go
affected
first.
your life?
I feel like I'll talk a bit longer.
Oh, yeah, no. I think there's a lot to be addressed here.
Yeah.
How sports have affected me. I think it taught me a lot of things. It taught me discipline. It taught me to be early. To be early is to be on time. It taught me that it's a commitment. That I don't even want to join in real quick.
I know. I think it also gave me a lot of life lessons as well. Not only just being on the pitch.
Yeah.
Being off the pitch as well. It gives me a lot of attributes like skills, communicating with a team, being a leader on the team. I think it gave me really good ideas, who I wanted to become as well in some sense. But that's another topic.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, for instance, my whole life, I played soccer my whole life, That's, my personality. That's who I was known for. Oh, he plays soccer. He's the soccer guy. When they would see me on the halls, they'd be like, yo, Mario, how's soccer going and stuff like that. That's what I was always known for.
Do you like that when people do that?
I don't mind it. I mean, because, to be fair, that was really my life. Every day, not every day, but, a week, I'll train 3 times a week and then have games on the weekends, So, or, high school is, every day. High school is every day, so...
Yeah.
Imagine you're doing travel and you're doing high school at the same time during the spring. For us, it's in the spring. I know around the world, around the country, it's in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine, you're playing sports all year round, travel and high school. It's just insane, playing every day. You have to take care of yourself. In a way, it feels like professional, Professionals, athletes play every day or train every day at least almost and have games on the weekends or some days during the week. So, I didn't mind it at all, because it's my passion, That's, what I was known for. And it led me through a lot of good lessons in life and bad lessons too.
Like what?
Good lessons I'd say probably more good lessons. For instance, one of my stories I have is we're playing, I think it was my I think it was my junior year, I'm pretty sure. Junior year, playing the quarterfinals of State Cup.
Travel?
Yeah, travel. So, mind you, I had never told this story to anyone. My mom knows because she was there at that game that day. So, it's State Cup quarterfinals, mind you, we were losing. I think it was 1-3. We came back. I think it ended up becoming 3-3. Went to extra time. It went back and forth. They scored a goal, and then we scored a goal. I remember one of those goals being I could have saved it in my head. I'm just being so down on myself. But, in that moment, you got to, pass forward. You got to go through it, because you're still in the game.
Was that a pun? Pass forward?
Yeah.
Did.
But at the end, yeah, we go to PKs. PKs are very, nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
This was my first time actually taking it in a high-scoring game and a high, important game. Of course, I had volunteered. I wanted to be up there with the guys. I wanted to take the free kick. I think we ended up going back and forth. I think I was, the 5th kicker. And man, so I step up. And mind you, this day, it's raining. It's snowing. The wind is all over your face. I'm telling you, parents had to go into, the bathroom stalls to stay warm. That's how, cold it was. No, I'm serious. It was
There was,
so,
a temperature to put on that.
I'm serious, man. No, I'm just playing. But,
10 degrees?
Yeah. No, it was, at least, with the wind, it made it, 20, 30.
Yeah.
That's really cold.
In the rain, too. It was raining. So, we're all cold. Playing extra time. And, anyways, I'm in this mindset where okay, I know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit it, and I'm not gonna think about it. I think I don't honestly, I don't look at the goal at all. I just I already just picture it in my head. I don't look at yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you need to look at the net.
I didn't look at the net. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I think I was scared.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I think I was afraid of the moment.
That makes
And
sense.
when I stepped up, and they scored their penalty, so I needed to score mine to keep us in the game.
Yeah.
And I completely missed the goal. I hit it wide. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's funny now thinking about it because I'm man, I should have done better that time. I hit it completely left and I just missed it. I swear that day, once I missed it, I just got on my knees and started crying.
I would feel the same way.
Because I felt so bad for my team. Because that year we were actually really good. And
I'm not laughing at
He
you.
said you
It's like-
suck.
no, because I have a moment like that I
No, I know.
everyone has a haunting moment.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
yeah, that's
definitely.
definitely one of my haunting moments, and it
Yeah.
haunts me for a couple years. And so I took a PK again because I was scared.
Mhm.
But that's another story. But like, yeah, that moment I just cried and I went on my knees and I started crying
That is so.
because I
that's
missed
sad.
it. And it's quarterfinals, you know, like our team was really good. I think that year, later on that year, we ended up becoming like the second or third top team in the country, and not in the country, in the state. Yeah, so for us, like we could have won that state cup. That could have led us to more opportunities, but since I missed it, I don't know. I felt really bad, and you know, like obviously, I felt horrible, because like as an athlete and like especially playing like those high games, like high important games, you judge your performance, like your happiness on your performance. I don't know if you ever had that, but
Yeah.
Especially
you know,
with like your commitment too.
yeah, like with my commitment, like I'm a very dedicated person. Like if we're attacking, I'll run 100 yards to attack. If we're defending and we lose the ball, like I'll run 100 yards back.
Brexit tackles too. Man.
Nah, man, I had to play it smart.
He got Brexit tackle.
Like that was the type of player I was, and like I think that's what that kept me on the field. I was not the most fastest, I wasn't the most skillful, but my dedication to run 100 yards back and to attack,
That's hard.
it's hard. It
Yeah.
is, and that's what my coach like always told me. He was like, you know, the reason why you play a lot is because you dedicate yourself to run 100 yards back and 100 yards to attack. You know, so
Dang.
yeah, for me, like sports for men's health, it's very like up and down. It has its ups and downs. Even as like a professional athlete, like for instance, what was it? I was watching a couple days ago. You know, Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
I was watching his podcast, not his podcast, but it was like an interview or something. Like then we're asking him like, when did you know you were done? Like you couldn't run no more. And so he told this like little quick story about like his daughter, where like his daughter came up to him and was like, tag her it, and Henry couldn't move.
Oh.
Like that's how he said he knew he couldn't like play anymore professionally.
Dang.
And like he said, like after he retired, he felt like it was like a new world he was going into because he dedicated his whole life to sports. It was like he had to become someone after sports. Like who are you when you're not playing soccer or football,
Mhm.
whatever you may call it.
Yeah.
And you know, they just talked about how difficult it was because they don't prepare him for the outside world.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, 100%. Like I definitely feel like that too, as well. Like who is Mario without soccer or football? That's a very hard question to ask because I dedicated my whole life to it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a like a good concept to think about it.
So like sometimes like if you're injured, that means those times when you're injured you get like really confused.
Yeah, I mean even right now, actually, speaking about it, I'm injured right now as we speak.
Oh yeah.
I actually tore my ACL, unfortunately, playing soccer. So at this moment, like, yeah, so this moment is really just kind of a moment to like figure out who I am, who is Mario Alvarez without playing soccer, you know, and that's a very hard question to still talk about.
Like I'm not saying it's good that you're injured, but I'm saying like sometimes it takes moments like that to like
To really find yourself, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So like that's why I said like, and it's okay like to not know who you are. Like you're still finding your way. You're still young, and that's totally okay. Like you don't have to rush yourself to figure out who you want to become, because you have plenty of time as well. Understand that.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't go play college soccer, but you came back from that. I feel like a lot of players go through this thing where, like you said, they dedicate their lives to playing, and then they get injured, and then their college just moves on, and they're on to find like the next player, and that's really hard. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
especially like mentally and emotionally, because you've been working so hard your whole life, and that's also a life lesson that sports teach you. Like you get
For
what you
sure.
put into it.
100%.
So that can be applied to anything. So it's really hard when something that's out of your control.
But the real question is, don't let it knock you down forever.
Yeah.
As my mom always said, like it's okay to be sad for one day, but the next day you gotta step it up. You gotta get back in your routine. You gotta be someone.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's an external thing. Like it's not
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your control to get injured.
No, I know that. Yeah, that's the very hard part because it's not in your control. It's not like you could have done something, you know. It just happened. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate event.
Yeah.
Like in this moment, like I got hurt. It wasn't like I messed myself up. Like I got hurt because unfortunately I was tackled the wrong way.
You're just mad at the situation, not at yourself.
Yeah, I was not mad at myself. It was just such like an unfortunate event. You know, I'm away. Like
Feels so
mind you,
bad.
like I was away for college. I wasn't here in the state
Yeah.
that we're in. I was in another state, and like mind you, like I'm far away. Like I had to fly home.
Wait, where was it again? You don't have to say it out loud. I forgot which state.
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, don't matter. I was in Illinois for college.
Okay.
So, and I played a year, almost about a year. So I played only a season. I still got the opportunity to play a lot, even as a freshman. Maybe not the most minutes. Like I had like another freshman had a lot more minutes than me.
It's hard to get time in college.
Oh, it is 100%. But like it just depends per coach. It depends how hard you train, and like I'm not the type of player to be like pissed if I don't get like selected to play in the starting lineup. I'm like, it's okay, like another day. Like I'm gonna keep training me, and I'm gonna come, still work hard. I have to work harder than the ones who are starting. So, and I did. I eventually got my time, and I stepped up to the plate, and I did get a lot of minutes towards the end of my season. Yeah. So like it was a great opportunity, like honestly. But like you said, like after I got hurt, took a big turn in my life. I'm just like frustrated because like I'm away from home. Like I got hurt. This is one of my mom's biggest worries, and like it came true. Like your mom never wants to see you hurt.
Yeah.
It's just a very frustrating moment in my life, especially like now, even too. Like I'm still trying to recover and come back. I think it's been about what 8 or 9 months from my surgery.
Till or from?
From my surgery.
Oh.
So,
For me, I had a haunting goal. It was my senior night,
Oh
and
man.
then I got a lot of playing time. Enough. I kept hitting shots, missed, and then one time I got subbed in. I just got subbed in. Threw a ball happened. I ran, and it was like a bounce to my left foot. I don't know, but all my family was there. All my friends were there. Everyone was there, and you know how they're like recorded on.
oh yeah,
VHS.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I missed, and that killed me. Like I did not like. Everyone always wanted to have a goal where you like
Yeah.
score with your family. You
Yeah.
get a goal.
Yeah, 100%.
But I thought that was the goal, and then I missed, and everyone was just like, "Oh!" You can hear the audience.
Did
I'm
you get
just like-
clipped?
Yeah, I got clipped. I got clipped so many times. I got hit in the face.
No,
20 miles.
I mean like in the video.
Like, did someone clip your kick?
Yeah. My friend posted on his story. He didn't say you could have easily. He was like, "Oh, just like so close."
Dang.
Still, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's tough, man.
I also got clipped. I got hit with the ball like 20 miles per hour.
Oh, that's not fun.
I didn't know what team it was. Probably because I got hit in the face 20 miles per hour.
Did you get a
but-
concussion?
No, I got tested. Normally, I'm not good at walking in a straight line, so it wasn't really helpful.
Oh man.
But
Did you walk in the straight line then?
I don't think I was.
That injury might have helped.
But yeah, that was pretty bad. How about you though? You to talk.
About what?
Like, what did he learn from sports? What has that taught you?
Yeah. What'd you learn?
Like I said, it's what you put into it, you get out of it, and like the mental side affects you a lot.
Oh, 100%.
A lot.
Sure.
Like
100%.
I feel like if you go to a soccer game, you're not gonna like for a regular person, you're not gonna be thinking about this player might be going through something. Like they just look at your performance and they say, "Oh, you're bad," or "Oh, you're good."
Yeah.
And I went to high school with Mario, and we started playing soccer in middle school together. So he's seen everything. He's seen from me playing just for fun, like pickups. He's seen me play in games that matter, and he can tell you that he's seen a difference. Like there's been a
Yeah.
huge difference.
There's a big difference. Like when you're playing an important game, like an actual 11v11, than like a pickup on the side. The pressure is unbelievable. Like, and maybe like high school is not all that, but still like you still want to win. You're in that competitive atmosphere. You want to win.
Yeah.
You want to make a name for yourself. At least that's what I think personally.
Yeah. No, but it was really easy to play with a group of friends. Play for fun, nothing's on the line. And so you take more risks. And that's something I failed to do playing at a more serious level. So
Taking more risks.
yeah. Cuz even though I would practice something and I wouldn't struggle with it, when it came to the game time, it was like I was doing it for the first time.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
that destroys your confidence as well. If you don't have confidence, it's so hard to succeed in any sport.
The pressure's real. Like, oh my god, the pressure is so real.
I know like mid players that are just good, like test takers are good, like performance wise. But like I know really good players that are just trash when it comes to like playing in high pressure situations.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That probably was me.
I'm not good at high. Like, how do you guys deal with like performance?
I was just about to ask that too.
anxiety. I'm
Like,
not good
You're not good
with
at it.
that. Like,
yeah, me neither.
I just wait until the game passes.
So, like, for example, if you guys were to go to
first.
like penalty kicks, like, would you step up and take one?
Yeah, I would.
You
I
would?
would only just to like prove to myself that I could.
Yeah, that's the point. That's how you
Yeah.
build confidence.
Yeah.
Game winning though, I don't know.
What about you?
I would say, for me, I would just say straight up, like, if I were to go back in time, I would just tell myself, like, play like nothing's on the line. Like, it doesn't matter. Play like you're playing with your friends.
But would you still step up to take a PK?
I would, what do you mean? When?
Like a high pressure game?
A high pressure game? Yeah.
You
I
would?
think I would.
Everyone's
'cause
watching.
I
Your
remember
family's watching.
We would
so-
take PKs, and you would do pretty good during practices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think you
that's,
were pretty good.
that's
doing-
the thing. Like, I could be doing good in practices and everything, but
when it comes down to it.
yeah, like, I just crumble under pressure. Like,
I'm the same way.
in that
You know, but I have
situation.
actually like a redeem story. You remember? Were you there, or did you already leave?
I quit the team twice. Yeah. Twice?
Well,
Or
no,
just
I think it was
I
once.
think I quit. Yeah, I quit the team once.
When we played the playoffs against Justice. Were you
Oh
there?
yeah, bro, I was so blown.
Oh my god. So actually, so we took I think it was my senior year? Yeah, it was my
Yeah.
senior year. We were playing districts, and we are playing the best team because technically we were the lowest. But we ended up going to like penalty kicks again. So it was crazy because we went to full time and then extra time. I think we went to golden goal as well,
Dang.
and then we played PKs. And I think this was the first time I took a PK since the incident happened at State Cup. So this was like a moment to really like prove myself. Like, can I step up to the pressure? Can I save my team? You know, same scenario again. My friend before had just missed it. Completely like missed it. It was pretty bad. And so the next person for their team scored it. So this is the same pressure. I had to score to keep us in the game. So I step up. I remember looking at the crowd because there was a crowd there, like a bunch of people trying to distract you. Like I'm talking about like a lot. Like, it was very loud.
Yeah.
And you know they were actually like Hispanic people, so they were like talking in Spanish. So I knew exactly what they were saying. Like this guy was tall. Like he was a basketball player. He was like just as tall as the goalpost and wide, tall and wide. So if you know like Courtois, just like that, like
Damn.
that soccer player. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna go left again. I'm gonna hit it left. I remember like taking a breath in that moment. I'm like, okay, I practiced this. Like, you know, this is my
Oh, no.
this is my redeem story. And I'm, you know, building up the confidence. I look down. I take like 2 or 3 steps back, and I take a left. I go to the left 2 times, or like I step 2 times to the left. That's like my
Oh, yeah,
stance. Like, you know
yeah.
how you have to.
Back 3, left 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's like that. And I take it. And last minute, I change my mind because I see
What?
him. I see him going. I already see him leaning to
Oh.
go to the side I was gonna go. And I hit it right down the middle, perfect enough to like fake it that I was going left. And he dove left, and I made it right through the middle to keep my team alive.
Yo.
But then unfortunately, our keeper had to save it. But we end up losing, and the guy ended up scoring the PK for them to win the game. Mine was to keep us in the game, but the goalie needed to save us again to keep us, you know, in the game still. And I think he hit it top right, just a perfect PK, and that's how we lost district. That final district, I guess the beginning of the districts, and that team ended up winning the whole district.
For me, when I'm in those situations, I just wait till like it's over. I'm not really good with like when I'm getting ready for a game. Music doesn't help. Like whenever people talk to me, it's just like you're not there. Sorry.
Is your heart beating and stuff? Like, do you get really nervous?
My heart, it normally goes to my stomach. Like I just use the
Yeah.
bathroom so much,
Mhm.
or like I'm drinking water. And what helps me is just like, okay, no matter whether I'm playing or not, the game is gonna go on. Like the minutes are gonna pass, and that's what helps me. And the second I play, like my brain shuts off. Like I forget about what I did at practice.
Yeah,
My
Yep.
goal is just to play.
yeah, exactly.
But that's just like me.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
like
When
me
you
for
step in the
real.
game, it's just like a whole different world for 90 minutes. You just focus on that game,
Yeah.
and that's why I love it. Like, that's honestly why I love it, because like I can forget about my problems, what's going on with relationships, you know, and stuff like that.
To some extent, for me, I'm just scared. But
Scared.
for practice, yeah,
Yeah, no.
Practice.
yeah.
I agree. I feel like I can relate to that.
Practice,
well.
I'm chilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind both. I think I don't know. I just enjoy playing it as much as I can.
Like the game is just like, for me, like you said, my brain just shuts off. It's like I've never done this before. It's like I've never taken a shot before.
So you get nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get nervous. Like nothing helps. No music.
You
no
know, for like I
nothing.
think the past like 3 years of my high school year, I think from freshman year to I think junior year, I really did struggle a lot with confidence. So like I would forget, like not forget, but I would just be really nervous, cause I'm like, okay, I would be so hard on myself, and like that was just definitely not the way to go. You know, confidence is a big key, especially like performing. But like, how do I like, I guess handle, like, I guess with the pressure of like starting a game stuff. Like I get nervous still. Like to this day, like I'll get nervous even when like I'm playing just like a pickup. I get nervous to my stomach. But then like exactly what you guys said, like you just switch on, like on the field. Oh, I switch on. That's what my coach always say. Switch
Yeah.
on. Like you're a different player now.
You switch on, we switch
I
off.
switch off. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I wish I could just like play the same way I was playing, like pick up.
I definitely think that my senior year, like I gained a lot more confidence. Like I was just a different player.
You
I
think
don't know why.
soccer like confidence took into your like real life confidence?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Most definitely.
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 And it's I think it really helps too.
Why are you laughing?
The way, like it's like you've seen him like evolve.
No. I mean, I agree for myself too because,
Oh,
like, dude, like, you're surrounded by all these players, your teammates, and a lot of the times, it's not a good environment. You have to be pretty lucky to get a full team of good teammates
Oh yeah,
that
100%.
have grace when you mess up, that have patience. But I felt like a lot of the times I had teammates that would get on me, that would get on each other, and like if you messed up, like they wouldn't want to like be your training partner. Like
By
for
any
certain
chance, like
drills.
would your coach say anything about that? Would he address it to you guys?
Yeah, but it would just continue.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Like I remember we had to do sprints every single time, like something like that happened, but it just kept going.
really,
Yeah.
like for instance, my coach, shout out Coach Mike, he was very serious. I'm serious, bro. Like he was like he didn't want a team. He always told me he's like I never wanted a team that's toxic because once the toxic environment starts, then your team can never like perform well.
Yeah.
exactly.
And so he was so like big on that. Like my coach Mike, like for real, he was like one of my role models, honestly. Like I think it's such a big important thing to have a coach that believes in you, 100%.
Yeah.
yeah, I've had
That-
coaches that did not.
Yeah.
believe.
Exactly.
Dude, I remember, oh my goodness, going into 8th grade, I think this travel coach like literally told the people who were watching at trials, "Don't pick this kid to be on your team, bro."
No way.
Yeah, I'm so
Was it to
serious.
you or
No,
like
he was
just a
talking to
random
the,
kid?
He was talking to the coaches, the
Oh.
coaches that were watching the tryouts, because he wasn't coaching. I
Really?
don't think. I don't know, but yeah, I still remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like having a coach, like having your coach believe in you is such a big like
Yeah,
boost to your confidence.
I've had a coach that does not believe in me, and that like,
Yeah, me too.
nah,
I trained really hard, and I had to fight for it my senior year, which is crazy. 'Cause,
why?
like, I don't know. Honestly don't know. I fought so hard for it, and I think that's when I finally came in. I'm like, all right, you know what? I think I'm gonna try this like left and right back position, and defend because I could defend as well.
Oh, you were forward before.
I was a winger.
Oh,
that's the
Midfielder.
thing. Like a lot of like even Gareth Bale, he started out like a left back,
Yeah,
and he turned into like what, a right wing.
yeah. So I started as like a left and right wing. Then just at my senior year, I transferred back as like a left wing back, a right wing back. So I go up and down constantly. So I think it was like, I don't know if you know any left backs or right backs in the world. Do you know any like professional athletes
Professional.
like Carvajal or?
He's getting a
Um,
quiz now.
Yeah.
It's my turn to get a quiz.
Oh man,
no, I'm not good with like players.
it's all good. It's all good. But like, yeah,
It's
that's,
getting cut out.
but yeah, it's just I don't know. And at the end, like I played a couple games towards the end of the season, and I ended up getting like what was it? An award, honorable mention, in the district, just from like 4 or 5 games,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
just from 4 or 5 games. And if I could play more, like I think I would could have got like the first or second team.
I feel like I did play you now. I don't know. I'm starting to
I
see
started
it.
thinking like I swear we could have played together, but I'm like I don't know.
Oh no. Wait,
Big-
did you make it last year?
Yeah.
You played
No, I mean
her-
like before you graduated, like junior
your
year.
junior year.
No.
That's
Okay,
the
so
thing,
no,
yeah, I
because
don't
he's
think we
older
did.
than us.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm older by 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, so you probably saw someone similar to me.
Probably.
I quit before. I quit the team before I got to play you.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Would you like to care to share why you quit the team?
That has to do with the faith aspect to it. I don't know if you want to get into that right now. Or
You wanted to like focus more on something more important.
yeah, I mean, so the reason why I quit is because also it was also, I mean, it wasn't just one certain thing. Faith is a part of it, another part of it was like we were just talking about the pressure, and a lot of times the team, like for me, I felt like they were just groups, like groups of a couple
I know
people.
exactly what you're talking
They
about.
would trash talk behind your back, and that would destroy your confidence. Because if you legit mess up, like
They be on your
they have
head.
all the right to say that you messed up, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't help your confidence. So I felt like that was a huge thing, and I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. Now the faith aspect to it was, I didn't like Mario said during the season. This was every day. This was every day practicing, every day after school, games like on Fridays throughout the week, and also before my senior year, I was playing travel, so that was practice on top of practice.
Yeah.
So I had no time to serve, and that's what was really on my heart my senior year was serving.
Yeah,
I really
that's-
wanted to serve. I had no time for that,
That's fair.
so that's why
Yeah.
like I quit.
I feel like as you go higher up in the leagues, like I said this in another video. Check it out right here. Hopefully it's up here. As you go higher up, it becomes less fun, and it just
Yeah.
becomes more competitive.
Yep.
Definitely,
And
like
you-
especially when I played in college. Oh my god, the pressure, like it's so real.
The games are more black and white.
Oh, it is 100%.
Yeah.
Like I swear, every time I step on the field, like as a sub, like I'm gassed so quick, cause like I'm playing against grown men, mind you. Like they could be like from the range from 18 from all the way to like maybe 24, 25, 26. You know,
Dang,
however late it could be. You know, cause they can still play.
really?
As long as they're a full-time student, they can still play.
Dang. What if they?
Yes, I could go to college like at 28 and play against like 19-year-olds.
if you have the time, I'm pretty sure it works like that.
Yeah, that's
The
funny.
eligibility, I think.
Yeah, have you
Don't
seen
quote me
the-
on that. I'm not sure, but I think it's like that.
Have you seen like those scandals, or not scandals, but those people who be lying about their age? I know it's a very, very common thing in Africa where they lie about their age to like get better opportunities.
Oh yeah.
Like they'd be like, I remember Manase was talking about it actually,
Mhm.
how he would play soccer, and then other people would also compete with him, but they would be like 20 and lying that they're in high school.
That's crazy. You know, I heard about that. You know, back in like high school, like
Yeah.
back in the older days, people would like, older people will play. Like for
Mhm.
instance, you know, like people like that come in late or like from a different country,
Oh,
they have to
yeah.
be a year back. They'll be like 19 and still playing
Yeah.
in high school leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but they stopped that.
Oh, yeah, they
'cause I
did stop
remember
that,
I have
yeah.
a friend that tried to join the
Yeah,
team.
yeah. I have
He came
friends
from
who-
a different country.
Yeah.
He's too old.
Yeah.
I know someone that's dealing with it. Never mind. But I remember, I know I've had a lot of people talk smack behind my back on a team, and every wrong move you make, like even like if it's a wrong step over wrong this, like you just think about it, and then they always have a friend group like watching too, and you can hear them in the back, and it's really annoying.
That's
Oh yeah.
That's also, that was so hard for me, like especially going into like the faith. Like I felt like there was a huge turning point in my faith. Like that was my senior year. But it's like before I came to like before it came to this faith, I'll be fine. Like I'll be fine with retaliating. I'll be fine with like talking back to them. Like,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
but later on, like let's say my senior year, like I couldn't do that because now you are representing Christ. If you're a believer, you're gonna follow what Christ commands, and we're not gonna go and retaliate.
100%, yeah.
So that made it so much harder because I had to like resist
Yeah,
not getting at them.
that negativity.
Yeah, so that was really hard for me.
That's not. I mean, I've had coaches that also weren't. I remember going up to the coach. I was like, "Yo, like, a lot. Like, the team isn't working because I think no one's like communicating. People are just screaming at each other."
Yeah, 100%.
And I've been in the sidelines before where people just like would just talk smack.
You know, like
Yeah.
there was a time where at practice, we're cool now, but this is just like at that time we were like really mad, and he got really like the player that was like group, we're attacking, defending, and I marked him up or whatever. And, I got a little aggressive, nothing like crazy, nothing dirty, but he got really pissed. And were you there that day at practice?
If you tell me his name, I'll probably.
I can't name drop right now,
Yeah.
but I mean we're cool now, so it doesn't matter. But and like he completely didn't go for the ball. He knew what exactly he was doing. He like tackled me, and I got so mad. Like I don't think we were gonna fight, but like I got really mad, and I texted the coach that like later that day, and I was like, hey, like so and so is not really like being a part of the team. He's like constantly like being toxic. I really don't like it. And I really don't appreciate it. And I texted that to my coach, and he just never responded to that message. I don't even think he really did anything or even cared about it
Yeah, that's a big thing with coaches. Like they don't address things that they should.
or
with a
sort it
lot
out
of-
at least.
Huh?
Or sort it out.
Yeah, they would just let things slide.
Mhm.
That's what kind of blew me too, because if they came up to the coach and told him the same thing, they would have a different reaction.
Yeah, 100%.
They'd kick you
It's
off
bias.
the team. Yes, it is biased.
Ton of bias in sports.
Yeah.
The biggest lesson I learned in sports was like, or at least in my team, no matter how like disrespectful you can be, if you're good, you're gonna be put on.
Yeah.
Like you can
Oh,
be the
yeah.
nicest player, but like he's still not gonna put you on.
Yeah, that's why I say like
Mhm.
you get out of it what you put into it.
Yeah.
That is true. I think, but it also depends, because for instance, when I went to college, my coach was very serious about training and about grades and stuff. We had a player who was really good. He was a midfielder. He was really good, but he didn't play at all because first he didn't pass the fitness test, and second, he would train. He would train really good still, but since he never wanted to take the fitness test, and he never really cared, so I think him lacking discipline too. But also, it
Yeah.
was his senior year too. To be fair, he never
What's
really
the name
touched it.
for it called? Like when seniors get lazy.
Senioritis.
Senioritis,
Senioritis.
yeah. So he just didn't really care too much, but it's just I think it also depends per coach as well. How you at least for that coach specifically, 'cause he's like, if you don't put in the work, you're not gonna play. Same for me. Like I at first, honestly, I didn't pass the fitness test. I think I should have been better prepared, but I didn't pass. But it doesn't mean I didn't work hard to pass the test. He said if I didn't pass the test, I was not gonna play. And luckily, my dedication, my hard work, we ended up taking the test again, and I passed it. Got a perfect score on it, the highest I can get, which was great. But oh my god, I almost was about to throw up. I'm so serious. It was like at least a couple of us, at least 9 or 10 of us, and I'm I tell you, I think 2 of them threw up after we were done,
Wow.
puking.
That was my weakness. That was my biggest weakness. I hated conditioning.
Condition is so crazy, especially in college.
That takes so
Oh
much
my
discipline.
god, the atmosphere. Even if I was playing a D3 soccer, and that atmosphere
Yeah.
was insane. I remember I got subbed down once, not late in the game, I think midway in the game, second half, and we were playing against the number 1 team at that moment in the league, and man, how they moved the ball and how we were just constantly defending, but I was just constantly running. It was we were learning how to shift from one side to the other side quick as possible, and when you watch it, you don't think it's as fast, but when you're in the game, it's so fast. I can't imagine how it is for professional athletes.
You know what I heard? I had coaches, foreign coaches, I forgot this dude, but they were professional. This dude from I don't know where, but in Africa. This other coach from Australia, I think. He said that people here in America run like crazy. That it's not like how they used to play. They wouldn't run like that. They save their energy. They play with they use their heads more than physical. I feel that's true.
That is true.
That's true. Here in America, people run like crazy. Bro.
It's more physical here in
Yeah.
America than it is brain. Especially in Europe, you have to use your head a lot more.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. It's very more physical here in the U.S. than it is in Europe and stuff.
Isn't that more important though?
Yes, it is. Oh, not physical. Not being physical. It's about
Like,
having a brain.
being conditioned.
Yeah.
It is. It is. But when we talk about running everywhere, constantly just
It's not really smart.
yeah, it's not really.
It's not smart to waste your energy, and compared to how these Europeans play. They use their mind.
Yeah.
They make these shapes so that they don't have to do that.
Yeah, 100%. And they also trust the players though. It's a
Yeah.
lot about trusting as
Yeah.
well.
And that was also a big thing. You could literally be open for the ball, and they won't pass to you because they don't trust you.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
yeah.
that
yeah,
shows your
that is
confidence.
100%.
That destroys your confidence so much, man. And it gets you mad too.
Yeah, it does get you mad.
It gets you mad.
And when they do pass it, it's
Then you're not ready for
you're
it,
not
you know?
ready.
I feel that happened a lot with you too. They would pass you the ball, and I feel when I would see you, just be kind of lost in some sense.
Yeah, man.
My best way was I feel Benji was kind of you were lost in that mind, in that space you had. It's I saw you kind of confused, in my sense at least. That's at least what I got. And I'm sure I wasn't the only one. If I was thinking it, then I'm sure other people were thinking it.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a team, right? And there's only 3 players. They're they probably have their own group chat. I don't even know. But they're really, really close, and it's a left wing, right wing, and a striker. They just pass to each other, or something.
Oh
passing.
yeah.
They
I
just
feel there's also when you're on a team, there's groups in
Yeah.
the team. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, social groups.
Yeah.
It's you have these couple people being together all the time, and another set of couple people being together all the time. I feel that happened a lot. Not only just in high school, but also in travel and stuff. You see it all the time.
to
Yeah.
travel too.
Yeah, and travel too. You see it all the time.
And
And
that
even
affect-
in
yeah.
college too. Like, yeah, we're all close. Don't get me wrong, but like, there's still like social groups, like people you hang out with more of the time than other people.
What do you guys think about that? I don't think that's good. I mean, okay, you can have friends that like you're closer with, but to like exclude someone from like being involved in a game or not passing to them or having your own little plan, I think that's kind of messed up.
I feel like that's a big thing also. Like for me, I felt like I was excluded from a lot because I didn't like also tying into faith. There's a lot of stuff that you know these group of people would talk about. I wouldn't want to be part of their conversation alone. So I myself would kind of isolate myself from that. But at the same time, like
What do you do in that situation? You know, you're kind of like, if you isolate yourself, you're not going to be really with the team. And
exactly,
doesn't
yeah.
really build
So it
anything.
was tough.
yeah, it was a tough
It's
decision.
tough.
I see.
It's tough.
I think anywhere you go, no matter where you go, like you can be at a job, it could be at a church, it could be anywhere at school. You'll always like, you know, you can have a big friend group, but there will always be groups within that big friend group. You know, so like, I mean, I think it's just kind of normal in a way. Like, yeah, it's not good, but like, I don't think there's a real answer to it. So like, what do you do in this scenario? You know?
What would I do? Because I've been excluded a lot. Okay, I did one thing, but that was not gonna work. I remember speaking to someone in the team, but they didn't. It did not work. He just did not listen. But what I would do, I don't know. I would just keep playing. There's not much you can do. I remember speaking
Yeah,
to the
that's what I'm
coach.
saying.
Coach didn't really do anything. Speak to
See, that's
someone
the
in
thing though.
charge.
It depends per coach. Like I said, like back to my travel coach. My coach was so serious about us being a family together. Even if we had two teams, he wanted the whole like team to be involved. He didn't want like there to be groups or exclude players. He was a very like, at the end of the like, you know, at the training session we'd be like familia on 3, which means family obviously in Spanish. If anyone didn't know that. But like that's why I say like I think it depends per coach. I'm just so fortunate enough to have a coach that cared about that and that cared about their environment they were in. And if he saw anyone being toxic, straight away he'd pull them out and talk to them. And if they didn't get it sorted, they just want to play. Simple as that. Like my coach had a vision and what he wanted to build. And he kept his word to that. And that's something like you really don't see between coaches. You know, I played I think I played 2 or 3 teams before my coach. And definitely the best coach I've ever had in my life. Even when I went away for college, the best coach I still have to this day, and the
Damn.
closest one.
I want to see your coach in college.
My coach in college was pretty good too. No lie, he was Polish, but he was born here. But he was very dedicated to
Okay.
sport. But he was a
Yeah.
good coach. But my coach for youth or travel, best coach I ever have, hands down.
I never experienced that.
I know, and that's so sad for a
Yeah.
lot of players. Not having a coach that
It's
believes in you.
annoying.
It is annoying, exactly. That's why I say it's so important to have a coach that believes in you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a coach that doesn't believe in you, like how are you gonna perform? You know, that's like it makes you feel worse. Like you not having people to trust in you, especially your coach. And it's such a satisfying thing to hear. Nice work, Benji. Good job, Benji. Nice turn, Benji. Like stuff like that. That gasses you up and builds your confidence to go higher.
Yeah.
And my coach did that. And he also implemented it in our team. Our whole team would say it too, not just our coach. And I remember going up to him and everybody asking him, like, Coach, what can I do to get more playing time? What can I do to be a better player? How can I fight for my position? And he would just give me this advice. And I remember going, like, sometimes after practice, I'm like, Coach, you know, what did you see today from me? I know you see everyone else. Well, what can I specifically do to get better? And, you know, he would take his time out of his day. Even we would practice at night. So I'm like, we're getting out like at 10. And he'll still, like, talk to me for a good, like, 20, 30 minutes. Just giving me advice. And like I say, it's, like, so important to have a coach that believes in you.
I was just watching a show last night. It was pretty ironic. 2 coaches. One coach was like rude, and the other one was just nice. And then the team responded well because with the nice coach, obviously. But he was just like, no one should be coddled. No one should be treated like a baby. You're not going to be, you know, how are we going to toughen him up? And then the other dude was just like the opposite. He was just like, you know, maybe like give him some affirmation.
Oh,
like,
that's a
be
good
nice to him.
idea. Let me tell you a little story. Like, same thing. My coach actually told me about this. We were talking about it. So I think it was like the 05's coach. Very mean coach. He was not a mean coach, but like he would like clown you. He had a British accent. He was a British accent. But he would clown you. He'd be like cursing at you as well. You know, saying a bunch of like, what is that? You know, beeping, touch and stuff like that. You know? And my coach really did not like that because he would tell me, he's like, man, that just builds a negative environment. He's like, for me, I give love because it's better to have a loving environment than have a bad environment because like with that loving environment, it helps build the team, and helps also like give examples like that I'm being loving. It's like I guess like skill traits as well. You don't have to be serious. You don't have to curse at someone to get your point straight. My coach gave you love, but if you took it for granted, of course, then he's gonna be on you, and he's gonna pull you to the side, and it's gonna be settled one way or another. So like that's what my coach said. He didn't like how the 05 was compare how we were the 03s and 04s was.
Mhm.
Completely different like environment, and which is true.
What do you think?
I think you can be a good player, but that doesn't mean you're gonna be a good coach.
Hmm.
I think that, and because they say that they play professional and all that, they think that that's enough. Like, that's all you need to be a good coach. But like Mario was saying, you can't be creating this negative environment and expecting your players to like, especially if you're pouring your everything, you're practicing outside of club practice. Like you can't just be putting negativity out there, knowing that this is your player's life. This is what they're working towards. This is their goal. This is their dream. Constant negativity like that is what destroys a player.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
I agree too. I mean, there are times where like someone's rude to me and I get better, and there's times where someone's nice to me and I get better. So it
There's
depends on how I feel.
There's difference between being negative and giving you like critical, like not critical. What is the correct word? Like
Critical.
no.
I know what the word is.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, constructive criticism. That's completely different. That's
Yeah.
something like so. I had my captain, like I told you, he was very annoying, but that's what made him really good as a captain. That he would be on your butt, but he wouldn't be like, "Oh, you suck. You're so trash." It'd be like, "Hey, you need to get a better touch. Come on, like work on that touch. Come on, Mario." Stuff like that. Like hands down, one of the best like captains I had. And after he left for college, I feel like our team took a big hit. Not having that leadership role, not having someone who's gonna be on us, not the coach, but a player, you know. And what my coach says, it's not like it's not a coach. It's like not a coach team. It's a team. It's a what's it called?
Team effort.
Team effort, or like the coaching shouldn't be coaching. Like the coach shouldn't be always coaching. It should be the players coaching.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. And that's what my coach wanted. He'd like figure it out on the field. What can you guys do as a team to figure out these problems? Yes, like my coach didn't talk a lot during the game because he wanted us to figure it out on the field. During halftime, yes, he'll give us advice, but he wouldn't be yelling all the time. He'd tell us, figure it out and see what you can do.
Unless it's like y'all are down.
I mean,
Like 2 minutes left.
that's something else. But
yeah.
it's definitely, I don't know.
For I know in sports, we're gonna switch the topic.
Okay.
In sports, there's a slump. You guys can explain. You can explain what a slump is.
There you go. There
Actually,
you go.
Mario.
There
You're
you
probably
go.
better at explaining it than I am.
I think you got.
I look at it, search it up.
But I kind of forgot now. That's why.
I feel
think
why you got to explain it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. A slump is
It's like a pit where the team has to get out of.
Oh, like when
Right.
you're like
That's a good way to
not
put it.
like performing, and how do you like get over it when your team is not performing, right?
That's
you
tough,
just like
man.
for like consistent losses, you just keep losing for some reason.
Yeah, 100%. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
how
hard
do
for-
you
that's-
get out of a slump? Even if you're in a slump and your team isn't, how do you get out of that? 'Cause
Have you had any experience?
Sure, we've
I
all
feel like
been in
I've
it.
always had like the stories to tell because
I feel like it's different. Like when your team is in a slump, that's so hard. Cause like even if you see in the big leagues, like in La Liga, if your team is in a slump, there's a high chance that they're gonna stay that way the whole season.
oh my god, I know what you mean, man.
Yeah. And for me, I felt like when I was in a slump, like it's just something I would have to figure out. It wouldn't be like someone else there helping me. Like even if I was training with my team and like I wasn't training up to the level that I usually do, they don't really care. Like they just be like, pick it up, come on, pick up your slack. So I think it's easier for a team to get out of a slump than just an individual.
It's like a mind game too.
Yeah.
I
I
it
think
is a
so
mind game.
too, but like let me tell you, like so my last year playing like travel, we were in a big like slump because first we got introduced to a new league. We played ECNL for the first time, which is like the second highest. I think MLS Next is the next level.
No, they
So
changed
we
it
played,
now.
So ECNL was like the second highest, and I played in the highest league. So mind you, if you were to win the league, you get to go like I think to the playoffs, and if you win the
Dang.
playoffs, you go to then like the major tournament, which was in San Francisco. So unfortunately, it was our first time, so we didn't really it didn't go so well for us playing the first year. or my last year, I guess you could say too. And we were in a slump just for a while, just because we lost players for college. We had to build this whole new team, and I think we finally pick it up towards the spring season, finally. And um, it just took a while. You know, we went to Florida for a showcase and lost all our games.
Dang.
It was a showcase, and it was a great time, but we lost our game. You know, obviously we want to show off for these coaches who are looking for us. And then to the springtime, we picked it up, and I think that's when I started playing way more confidently too. We finally got out of the slump. We started winning games. I think we went almost undefeated for the first team, and we got to play playoffs. Cooked in the playoffs. Like, we ended up winning the whole thing. We drove to New York to win the whole tournament.
Wait, so what exactly did you guys do to like switch
Yeah.
180?
Honestly, I really don't know what it is. Like, I think our mindset just changed. For some reason, I don't know why, but the fall we always kind of struggle, and then I guess mid-season, like, we pick it up. We train like crazy over the winter, and as a team collectively, we start playing really good. And I think our dedication to one another, not giving up on one another,
Wait, you train together or separately? Like,
as a team together, yeah.
oh, okay.
And that's what really helped, like, training together as a team, you know. And we just started winning games, thankfully, playing against really good teams. Like, I think we played against SYC, we played against Arlington. To win the game to go to playoffs was against Arlington. I don't think it was their highest team, but still, Arlington teams were known to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And that game was crazy. I think we ended up winning. It was a hot day. I think we ended up winning 2-1. But, like, mind you, I'm getting, like, cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there was this guy on my wing. I'm playing defender, getting cooked. But, like, I'm trying my best. Like, I didn't play the worst, but, like, I think I did the best I could marking that guy. And at the end, we ended up winning. We won, go to playoffs in New York, and we cooked every team. But you know why? It's because we got a lot of returning players back from college. So that same core group that we had since freshman year came back from my freshman year, because I'm actually held back. So I guess they're sophomore year or whatever. So since that team, they all came back from college, and we just cooked everyone in New York. Like, I'm talking about like 5-6 goals per game.
Do you think it was them? I mean, you said training, and then you think it was like,
I think also, like, we were adapting new players to the new, like, I guess, system. So it
Oh,
took
yeah.
a little bit of them to, I guess, have an understanding of our new system. And I think they end up getting the hang of it towards the end of the season, and bringing up the old players back. I think it just helped increase our ability to play more. And so, anyways, we end up going. And let me tell you this one: we end up crushing everyone in New York. We go to West Virginia for the major tournament. So we're playing against State Cup winners of, I think it was Cincinnati. State Cup winners, I think, I can't remember. I think maybe West Virginia, and I think another State Cup winner was SYC. We lost every single game there. For the first time, we played travel soccer. Like, it was like one of the higher major trophies. So this was like the regional. So if you had won that tournament, you go to nationals, which I think was also on, like, California. And mind you, a lot of players came back from the team as well, from other colleges, from the youth group, and we got crushed. Like, I'm telling you, like, they score from, like, outside the box. They score, like, midway. I'm just like, bro. And this is, like, I know it's crazy. It's so crazy. And, like, I can't believe it. Like, it was the first time I was, like, introduced to a higher environment than the one I was already in against other states. And mind you, like, we're over here giving the eye test, and we're like, oh, yeah, we're going to win this game. We're going to crush it. No, you got crushed, bro. Really bad. We didn't win a
what kind
single
of
game.
goals they were, huh?
Yeah, like, outside the box. I'm talking about, like, the corner of the box
Yeah.
outside?
Dang.
Bangers. Like, bangers. Like, it was so bad. We were getting cooked. Even, like, but you know what it also was? We lost a lot of our core players, too, that went on the New York trip. So I think this year, like, that team was just not the best team that we could have done together collectively. Kind of a toxic environment. I feel like a lot of players just gave up as well.
I
That
think,
sucks.
I think something that factors into, like, being in a slump, like, as a team, is other players. Like, there's a standard that has to be met as a team, and that comes from everyone individually putting in their own work.
100%.
When you go to practice, the priority isn't for you, specifically you, to get better. It's for the team to get better. So we're not going to be practicing on one specific thing you're lacking.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going to be practicing something that the team
is
lacks.
lacking. Yeah.
So you need to come prepared already.
Mm-hmm.
Your first touch good,
Hell
your
yeah.
conditioning good, or else you're gonna bring the team down.
Oh yeah.
And
for
I
sure.
think when a team is in a slump, it's because multiple players are not meeting that standard that the team demands from them.
Yeah, I agree. Like, players get selfish sometimes too. They don't think about what the team what the team needs. Like, I know we had players like get mad, like playing positions they like normally don't play.
Yeah.
But like my coach would be like, "You gotta sacrifice for the team. If you don't sacrifice, we're not gonna win this game." And it comes with a lot of sacrifice as well. You know, what are you willing to sacrifice?
That do you think? I think a lot of like competitiveness comes with it too. For me, I think you and I are kind of similar with it. As I got older, I became less competitive, and like the game just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Like I used to love playing for fun, pick up, rec was fun, but the second it just turned to just seriousness, everyone got older. Like, you can't try new things.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
You're kind of on it like on your own. You're on your own now.
And the
Yeah.
only thing that makes you continue playing is just that's where like the people who really really love the game like are left out, and then or I don't know how to explain it, but it just sucks when you get older.
Yeah.
So how is that like?
I think it also depends like how like competitive you want to be. Even if you really love the game, you can also just want to be in a like a competitive environment, in sports. Like there's players that like just play just because they wanted to be in the competitive environment, not just to play for something, not
But
to play.
there's also players that like just playing. Like for example, Neymar, he's admitted that he doesn't like the competitiveness like that. He enjoys playing the game more than the competitiveness.
Yeah.
And that's why you see like he's not even that old right now to be like playing the way he is. Like he should have been playing at the same level he was in 2015 and continued to like get better and better.
Yeah.
I think he could have maybe been on the same level or even surpassed Messi and Ronaldo.
That's a bold statement.
I
That's a
think
big
if he
statement.
A lot of people are
continued
gonna-
like if he was disciplined like Ronaldo, you
But
guys
that's
don't
the
think
thing. But that's the thing. He wasn't
know.
disciplined.
that's
Cristiano
what I'm
was.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he would
'Cause he
be better
didn't-
than Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, okay, but that's what I'm saying. Compare the competitiveness from Ronaldo to Neymar. Who's more competitive?
Clearly Ronaldo.
Exactly.
But like,
So that depends. That
But-
being competitive will take you to the next level.
but it also works on your work ethic and everything as well.
Like the better players tend to be like the most competitive and the hotheads or something.
Yeah.
But that's what I've seen.
Like I get what you mean. Like playing free from the game. Like prime example is Ronaldinho.
Oh
He
yeah,
was class.
Love him.
Skill
I
from.
love him.
He made me fall in love with the game, but he wasn't the most competitive person.
He
or the
wasn't.
hard work.
Yeah.
He would go party at night and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But that's the thing. That's the difference. Who's gonna make you love the game and who's gonna like, I should say like, I don't know, like. I think there's different players that love the game and players that want to become like a part of history. Like example, Ronaldo and Messi.
I feel like
Yeah.
you can't be part of history if you don't love the game. Like, why would you continue playing if you don't love the
I
game?
mean, that's true. That's true. I
That's
don't
why a
know.
lot of people retired because they lost the love, they lost the passion.
That's true.
I think because in pro, like they treat you like robots.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's why I didn't want to. I mean, obviously I wasn't good enough, but being pro was just like, I don't think I would have done that.
That's
ever.
what I'm saying. Like, it also has to do with your mental. Like, no one's gonna care more about your mental than you.
Yeah, 100%.
You have to be mentally good to compete, to know that you can make this pass, that you know that you've practiced this
And that's the
so many
worst thing
times.
too. Like you base your like your experience.
Okay.
You based on like your experience on not experience. Sorry, you base your what I'm trying to say is your happiness based on your performances, and that's really bad sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Because if you perform bad, then you're gonna be like depressed.
It ruins your whole mood, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know people that are like very competitive, and like, I'll be on the phone with them or something, and they're just like low, quiet. I'm just like,
I'm
what's
kind of
what
like
happened?
that too sometimes.
like,
That's,
I
that's
lost
the
the
bad thing
game.
about it.
Yeah.
That's like you just feel low, There's a player, I forgot his name. He was an Italian player. I forgot his name. This is like back in the 60s or 70s or 80s. I can't remember. Is it Logi? I forgot he's an Italian legend anyways. And he ended up missing a PK in the World Cup final. And he said in that very moment, he would rather like kill himself than like miss that PK.
That is crazy.
That's how serious they
But
take it.
when you're at that moment, like you literally feel like
you feel
your
horrible.
your soul is down there, and you're
Yeah.
here.
It's so crazy.
I can't explain that feeling. Oh, you know how it felt like when I missed that shot? It felt like, this is a good way to put it, like I let my childhood self down, because that was my dream, and then there would be times like afterwards where I go on the same pitch and I just I'm like, yo, I can't even play here no more. Have you ever had a moment where you're just like, oh, we lost because of me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Like that
goodness, you
PK
feel
earlier.
So bad because,
Yeah.
Because like I said, like, okay, yeah, it could be a mistake, but it could also be that you weren't, like I said before, meeting that demand from the team. Like if you're not conditioned to run, draw back, and defend, you're not helping the team. You're bringing the team down. And I think, like I said, that was like my biggest weakness. So there were times where I would be struggling to get back.
Yeah.
And that just brings the team down and it gives more opportunity for the team. So that itself, yeah. And then the mental part too. Like if you're not taking care of, you have to be taking care of your mental.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't let anything, like the Bible tells us to guard our heart. You can't be letting these comments get to you. It's gonna mess up your game. So that's
Those comments are really loud too. But
Yeah, 100%. They're very loud. You just gotta turn it off.
I think personally, the mental side is bigger than
I agree.
than the
I
game
agree.
itself.
It's so important, mental health, especially like professional athletes. They talk about it all the time. Like, yeah, they may be like physically fit, but if they're not mentally like fit as well, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Not at all. I think a prime example. I can't remember. I know the player who like was talking about it. You know Morata from Atletico.
Oh yeah.
He's a striker for Spain. I think he's going to eventually be the top goal scorer for Spain. But he talks about like how mentally, like how draining it is to be a professional athlete and how it affects him a part of the game. Because if you're not mentally like prepared and mentally like mentally fit, then there's no way like you can perform. Especially with crowds like 10,000 people in a crowd. I messed up. But yeah, 2,000 people in a crowd, like in a stadium. That's crazy. People are yelling at you. People are booing you. People are whistling at you. It's so loud. I went to a game in Europe. It's actually the Clásico, Real Madrid against Barcelona, and how loud it was. It's unbelievable.
How loud I've never been to an actual game. How loud was it? Like if you were to put it on I don't know what scale we could do, but how loud?
Let's put like 1 through 10, right? I think like it's a good like 10. That's how loud it is. You hear the whistling, you hear the booing. Like before you go, like you're in the bus and you see like the fans, and there's a bunch of fans just like ready to like rip you off, because you're an opponent team. You know, you're coming to another stadium, and you know they'll do anything to distract you.
Wasn't there like a player that got shot for scoring? There was a player that got shot for scoring an own goal.
Oh, that was
in Colombia.
Someone getting shot that's crazy.
Not during the game, but he got shot after when he came
Yeah.
back home.
During the game would have been crazy.
Yeah,
No,
during
no,
the game was
no,
a bit
no.
crazy.
But after, wow.
No, but that's why like the crowds is something else.
Yeah, crowds are something else, especially in
like-
Europe. I hear like how crazy it is in Europe. Like they will like literally fight each other.
Yeah, I mean, I bring that up not
They're-
to like just.
I think they're actually called ultras. They're called ultras, and like the ultras in Europe are so much more different than the ultras here in the U.S. It's so much crazy. You see like big banners. They'll like have like big flags and stuff that really like how should I say throws you off. A prime example is that when Barcelona was playing the Europa League, and they were playing against Frankfurt. I think it's like a German team. But they completely messed up Barcelona because they let a lot more fans come in from Germany than Barcelona players. And I think Xavi was the one who was coaching that game, and he said he felt like he was playing an away game in his home stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so crazy how like the fans are very important.
Yeah,
They're like the 12th player.
I say that like I brought that thing up because, like, not to just bring it up, but like it can be scary if you mess up too, especially at that level.
Oh my God,
Because people see you
park at
in public, bro. You don't know how they're gonna react.
Bro, man, like you know, like high school games, like when you go to basketball games, like nice throw, like they completely mess about like air ball and stuff like that. Like it's 10 times worse. They will chew you
You gotta
up.
go back to school on Monday after missing it, like scoring an
I
own goal.
know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've had people bring up when I missed a shot. I don't know what someone did, but he was just like, "Yo, bro, I remember what happened in that last game." He's like, "It's okay, bro.
I
You got
know,
it."
man.
I'm just like, I don't need to be reminded.
People
of
would
this.
bring up like my club team. I know they mean it as a joke, but they always bring up the State Cup like penalty kick I missed. That's the old Mario I knew when I missed like a shot or something. Be like, oh yeah, that's the Mario I know. I'm like, bruh, and I know what they mean. Like, I mean, I know they're just joking. But I was like, man, chill.
Someone in the hall is just like, you were this close. You were this close, and just walking past you.
I'm like, bruh.
I'd rather not hear about it.
Yeah, I'd be so like blown.
That's the thing that like music doesn't work. Not like I'm still in the process of learning how to improve my game performance, even though I don't even play soccer like that anymore. But in the future, any game, I'm trying to get better at that. So you've had a lot of experience. You explain like how it's like for you though, where like you feel the same way, right? Where you just like music doesn't work, nothing works.
Yeah.
How is that for you?
I feel like, yeah, no, I just, nothing worked. Nothing worked. So I just had to go into the game. And I felt like, I felt like I was just there. Like I would just step on the field and then I'm like, what's next? What do I do? Like, should I go here? Should I be here? Like I wasn't playing. Like I had an idea of what I should have been doing. But like that goes all out the window once you're on the field. Cause you don't want to mess up. So I never had something that could
Yeah.
like take away or help me deal with that nervousness or stress.
I think it's really internal. Like, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with stress, like, in general? You know, like, what do you do to dig yourself out of that problem? You know? I think I'm very, like, thankfully I'm strong-minded. I was really pushed to be strong and, in bad scenarios. And I think that really helped me during, like, my performance levels, like, when I would have a bad game. And this is what my coach told me. He was like, the reason why I love putting you in is because I know you can make a bad pass, but you'll run right back to get that ball back. And that's what I love about you. That's the reason why I put you in a lot of the game.
Wish I had a coach like that.
Like, like crazy, right? Like,
That's
to have a
rare.
coach to have that,
Yeah.
to say that to you, it's such a big boost. I remember, too, we were playing against, actually, we were playing in summer league, and we were playing against, like over 21s. I mean, I'm still, like, 18, 19. 18, I think I am. And I'm just like, I'm getting crushed. But he's like, like, don't like be down on yourself. The reason why I put you back in is because I know that you're gonna give me everything, and I know that you're gonna run back for that ball, and you're gonna get it. I know you are. That's why I love putting you in. You're not the fastest, that's right, but you're not the most skillful. But your dedication is what brings you a long way. I think that's also internal. You have to be dedicated as well to figuring out that problem. What can you do mentally? What can you I don't know.
Last time I heard a coach say that, I was like 8 years old. I was like 10 years old. I'm
No
like,
way.
"You're
Because it
actually so
didn't
nice."
matter.
Yeah.
Now coaches are.
You got it, man. You can score this, bro. You can score 3 goals.
Yeah.
Get subbed out.
Guess
But yeah, like
Yeah, poor guy.
as you get older, the coaches just. I mean, every coaching style is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same goes for like parenting, I guess, like friendship. Like if you're just like, you want a teammate or a friend or a father that's like, supportive, but also they're not coddling you. They're not like, they're not like, oh, good job for every small thing you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But I think that's really
And it's like,
important.
I think it's also hard, like when you're like, you know that you did wrong, and then you hear it again constantly, and I think it frustrates you more,
Yeah, definitely.
especially like, and like you're with your parents, and you don't want to let them down. Like you want to perform. They're paying like a lot of money for you just to even be playing travel. Like my mom was. My mom's a single mom. She put a lot of effort for me.
Dang.
Yeah,
Did you
single
go to
mom.
every game?
No, she didn't go to every game, but she tried when she could.
Yeah.
My mom was always there.
That's nice.
And she always did believe in me. Like, even though she gave me a lot of tough love, she pushed me to become the person I am today as well.
That's really nice.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out my mom.
Shout out to moms.
But, like, so, like, I think also having your parents back or your parents supporting you and believing you is such a big boost, too. Believing that you can, like, be, like, a better player as well. And my dad, like, would gas me up so much, too. During my youth days, my dad, like, unfortunately passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it was okay. Like, but what we really shared was playing soccer together. Actually going to that Spain trip, he was there with me.
Oh, like the loud.
Yeah, the loud crowd and everything.
Yeah.
So, but my dad would always gas me up. He's like, this guy's going to be real good. Like, you say a bunch of other stuff as well in Spanish. I'm not going to say. But he'd be, like, gassing me up and just telling me, like, he's going to be a good player one day. I know it.
It's
And
important to hear.
Yeah, it is
Really
important to hear. 100%. And I think that's what really, like, shaped me. The people around me is the people who shaped me to become the person I am today.
It's
That's
facts.
the biggest part, like, as well, growing up with a strong mind. My dad always say, like, in life, you have to be super smart. no matter if even if you're just playing sports, in life in general, you have to be super smart because one small mistake can cost you. And I think I try to live by that as much as I could. And everyone makes mistakes, but we learn from it and try to be better people.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
It's pretty
100%.
good.
That parent aspect, that's huge. Yeah, it can be huge, and it can also
Be it like negative as well.
yeah, because I mean, for me, I didn't like my parents didn't really come to my games, so I felt like there was less pressure.
That's true.
And but at the same time, like I would wanted them to like come.
That's the thing though. It's weird with pressure because like for me, I enjoyed it when my dad would come or my mom come because that feels like for me I have to perform.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's what I love when people would come to my game.
Something to play for.
Yeah, something to play
Yeah.
for. Like I remember like when I was starting to begin playing travel, I would score a lot of goals. But I was playing on the third team. But it doesn't matter, you know. My mom would come to my games, you know, I would go up to her one game, I would go up to her and like I gave her like a hug, like a video, like a heart. Like you know like Gareth Bell goal where he does the heart.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. And I would do it to my mom, like you know, like this goal was for her. So like that's why I say like pressure is a weird because it depends on how you deal with it
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I mean, I think when I was younger, it was more like that, and then as I got older, I felt that like I had to perform because like it kind of shows like your work ethic. It shows like it kind of represents how your parents raised you.
100%.
So like you feel like, okay, my dad raised me this way, so there's no reason why I should be just walking the field, being lazy, being a lazy player, not showing up to practice on time. Like no, my dad
Oh my
raised
God.
me.
My dad
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
my parents
100%.
raised me to be on time. They raised me to work hard, and just doing the complete opposite, I feel like that would be disrespectful.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wow.
I think that also applies to life as well. You
Yeah,
know,
Definitely.
like job. You don't want to be lazy. Like you don't come from a lazy family. You
Yeah.
come from a hard working family. You know, and yeah, I think it also just applies into life as well.
I see it more in life, but in sports, I never like walk around. I'm just like
Yeah,
I never
it's-
put those two together.
my
it's
dad. Oh
interesting.
my God, my dad. Tell you, he would yell at my games. Like I would get so mad because like he would just yell, and like sometimes I didn't understand what he meant.
Yeah.
But now, as I got older, I'm like, oh, it's like finally clicking what he was
Yeah.
trying to tell me. And it sucks, like, it's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you don't really realize in the moment. You think your just dad is just, like, yelling at you. But, like, later on in life, you think about it and you're like, man, my dad was right. My dad was only just trying to make me be a better player. You know? I think you have to also just enjoy it whenever you have your parents with you.
Yeah.
It's a very important. Spend quality time with your family and your parents.
Yo, you sound like Bebo.
I have a loud swallow.
You know who Bebo is?
Bebo?
Yeah.
Who's Bebo?
He swallows his food. He said like,
Oh, was that the guy with
He
the big chug?
no.
Oh, okay.
He
Wrong
says
dude.
Junior check-in, big up McDonald's, and then he swallows the whole thing. Like he puts it right.
Yeah.
He swallows the whole thing. You never seen that?
No, I've
I
never
haven't seen that.
Wait, is he
Yeah.
the?
He just swallows his food, bro.
Wait, how does
Wait,
he look?
follow?
He doesn't chew. He just, and then you can see him. He's about to choke.
Like the SpongeBob thing? Like
Yeah.
Wait, oh, no, I don't know. I was thinking of someone like who chugs.
Oh no.
Who like chugs drinks and stuff.
I know
Like,
you're talking the bald one.
Yeah, the bald one.
Oh my god, that's how. That's
With the
what I thought
boot?
you're.
The
Huh?
dude with the boot.
No, not
He
talking
gets
about.
like the whole soda can, like
Yeah,
soda
Yeah, and then
bottles.
he. I'm
Bro.
like,
No, I'm
yo.
talking about Bebo, bro. He
The
just
way you-
swallows his joint like his food is like Junior check-in, big up Macca's, and then he takes a bite and he swallows it. That's what you remind me of right now.
So he just doesn't. He just doesn't swallow.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
That's disgusting. But I want to check him out too.
Oh my
Let
goodness.
me check the question.
Oh my god.
Oh
Did
my
we
goodness.
cover most of the questions, or is there anything left?
We covered a lot.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot of like ground.
But I wanted to cover more on like just mentally. Like I know we were speaking about mentally, but the discipline aspect. That Senya on. I'm not speaking English. Senya on this video. Hopefully it's gonna be linked in here. He was talking about how sports or like working out, he applies those aspects in real life.
Oh,
And he said he applies it in finance, and he said like everything else in life. So have you guys ever applied stuff like that? Like
yeah,
what
I
have you
definitely have.
Yeah.
My coach would always tell me like, you know, these like disciplinaries like actions are not just like for sports; they're for life as well. You know, like my coach showed me a lot of things. Not only just being an athlete and how important it is, but also like mentally, like how important it is to learn these trades and
I'm
like
thinking about the thing you said earlier.
yeah. My coach would always be like, yo,
I'm just laughing like the way you're saying it. Like
you need to
McDonald's.
put a clip in here.
you gotta shut the clip. And yeah, my coach just showed me a lot of like life traits to apply in life. He'd always say
Yeah.
that these are not just skills to learn during the game; these are also skills to learn in life
In
as
life,
well.
yeah.
And a lot of these skill traits you're gonna learn in life.
I learned a lot of discipline.
Oh, 100%.
It was always like discipline, hard work, time management. I guess that's what I learned. Oh, teammate, partnership. You know,
What about leadership? Do you
leadership.
think you were really a leader out on the field, or in general as like a person?
Not on the teams I played, but I feel like I could be a good leader if I wasn't in teams that were just so toxic where like they just couldn't even hear anything. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that.
They couldn't even hear to someone on their level.
As much as like we could relate, like as much as how much we were nervous on the field, how much we struggled like on the mental aspect of the game. I feel like that still strengthens your mentality.
For sure, yeah.
Like
Mhm.
maybe it's different on the field, but when you come to the real world, it's different. Like you're not gonna take things to heart like all the time.
Yeah,
So I think that prepares you for that. The mental side of the game prepares you for the real world.
definitely. Like also like your environment. Like you don't ever want to be in a toxic environment. No matter like whatever you're in, it could be sports, it could be at a job, it could be at a location like a church or something. You always want your environment to be healthy
Yeah.
Yeah.
and be able to communicate one another and understand one another as well. That's what also I learned a lot. Because if you're in the wrong environment or in a toxic environment, man, it's gonna be so hard to like work in it. Like I can't do it. I need a healthy environment. I need an environment where we can communicate with each other and tell each other how we feel.
Yeah, me too. I know. Back to what you were saying, the best feeling is like when you're done with the game that you were so scared for, like the bell
the whistle.
the whistle rings and then you're just done. Like you go
Oh my
home, the
God.
shower,
Yeah.
and then you're just chilling on your bed.
Yep.
Hop on PS4 or something.
Yeah.
Hop on with the boys that you played with.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Now I remember in middle school, bro. Like I would dread practice. I would dread games because when my first year playing travel, I think it was in 5th grade. I was playing with middle schoolers. I don't know why, but
Dang.
they would clown me, bro. They would get on my on my butt for everything wrong I did, and also my voice too, because I was like in 5th grade. Like my voice still hadn't changed, but they would be. Bro, I would get so mad. I was a squeaker, bro.
But I was a squeaker too, though. Not
I
gonna
was a
lie.
squeaker. I would get so
When
mad.
you see like my old Instagram, oh my God, bro, I embarrassed myself, man. I can't even
Put the clip
delete
up.
it. No, please.
Yeah, what's the username?
I'm not gonna tell you guys. Please don't look for it.
Wait, continue.
I forgot.
They called you squeaker. You playing with 6th graders, 8th graders?
No, yeah, middle schoolers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot why I said that. Why I brought that up.
How has that helped you? What was it? Oh, no.
You can't.
I forgot, man.
Your memory's like mine.
Bro, I feel like
Yeah, I
I have,
forget a lot
have
too,
issues
though.
with like my memory.
I swear, me too. My mom would be like, "Do you have like something going on in your head? Like, are you like, why do you forget things so easily?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know
You
why.
forgot.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Like I feel
forgot
like it's so hard, bro. Like I remember, they even doing Bible studies. It's hard to remember what I'm about to say, and then it makes me look like I'm unprepared.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
And then it clicks back, and you're like, "Bro, I just remember what I was gonna
Yeah.
say."
In the shower, like 3 days later, you remember? Is that what you're talking about?
It just goes. Like I never come back and remember it.
Oh, but like, so you said like something about like you would hop on with your friends and stuff and play and stuff. Or
That's
no?
what I said.
Yeah, or that's what you said.
Oh, after the game, you're done and you feel
Oh
good.
yeah, in middle school.
Yes, yes.
yeah, there we go,
Anyways, so the reason why I would dread like practicing games is because I was looking getting bullied, bro. Back then, like I hated that, bro. And yeah, which is that? Like I would not want to go to games, bro. It would be my teammates, bro.
That's what. It's just
It
like,
really be
It
your
would
own
be my,
teammate.
yeah,
I
bro.
swear.
That's gonna be the cover. It really be your own teammate.
Yeah, bro.
So I have a question for you guys. So since you guys stopped playing like competitive like soccer or football, whatever, do you feel like your mental health is better now from you not playing from it anymore? Like, do you feel like you mentally or
Bro, I feel like no stress now.
feel no stress?
I think the most stressful stuff was soccer.
Really? What about
Not
you?
school, not anything else. It was just soccer. That's where I got my stress from.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be more stressed for soccer
So
than
like
school.
now, like you say, you're a lot better. Like you feel mentally better.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's so hard for me to get stressed about anything.
That's true.
Like I just, it is what it is type of mentality.
Yeah, definitely. And what about you?
Me? Now
You-
I feel like the guest.
Or do you feel like you still have stress, not just
I get stressed for other things,
Mhm.
but
like compared to soccer, like how stressful it made you?
I remember being in soccer. It was a toll. It took a toll, like mentally.
Definitely,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Definitely.
Time too. I have a lot more time. I want to go back and pick it up. I think it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Do you
But
miss playing? And like in the how
it's
should I say-
weird to say no. I mean, I like to play. Like if there's a ball right here, we'll play.
Like
But
like for like I guess just like I guess you don't really miss the competitive.
Did you play like
That's
your
fair.
whole life?
yeah,
or-
like I think since I was
Like
7,
competitive
8
type?
years old.
Like I would say like travel, maybe rec was competitive.
I started rec when I was like 10 or 11, and then I haven't played the travel level.
Oh.
But
It's
yeah, I
crazy.
feel less stressed though.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't noticed anything. There's no
Yeah,
stress.
that's true.
Yeah, soccer wasn't really my main stress. For you, it was probably. For me, I was just
Yeah.
worried all like about the games.
Dude, cause I love soccer so much, and it's just like I really wanted like every kid's dream. I wanted to be pro, but like it was just that mental side. I was not ready for that at all.
Yeah, it takes a toll, definitely. I can't imagine how it is for professional athletes. You know, they're getting paid this much money, and for them to like not perform, it must be like such a dreadful feeling. You know, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
There's always that like 10 minutes you have of your life where you're just like, I'm not going pro. I'm not gonna go pro. I think we've all had that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You're just
Yeah,
like,
no.
yo.
And that's like a big like you have to accept it too.
It's reality.
It's
It's reality.
reality,
You have
yeah.
to think about like, okay, that's another reason why I like quit the team, cause you know how I would have had more time. Like maybe the highest I could have gone is like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I
Play
don't.
college.
I truly don't believe I ever reached my potential, but I think I could have
Yeah, I don't think you-
definitely played college.
I think you could have.
Definitely could have found something after that, but it
Yeah.
also takes time. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of your mental. Like, if you're playing right now, like straight out of high school, you still got a lot more years to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's only very few that are selected to play like in these professional teams already. You have to
Mhm.
like
It has to be
grind and work
So
hard.
literally, I think 1% players play college.
And when you are chosen, you gotta keep that.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, I think a 0.01 of those players get elected to play like professional teams.
Oh my gosh.
So even lower than making it into
Yeah.
college. It's so crazy.
It sucks because it's like, I mean, for us, maybe, I don't know. Because there's a lot of good players out there that don't have to like, or truly believe like they have that reality check like you were talking about. They
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna fail, but then they spend all these years and then they make it this close and they fail.
Yeah,
Like, that's the hard
suck.
part.
That's
Like,
That
scary
is the
part.
hard part.
think about it, like from what age 5 to like 20, let's say 20, 22 when you get out of college.
Mhm.
All those years you're playing soccer, just to have like no more opportunities,
You know what's
nothing left.
crazy? Like in Europe or like in England, for example, I saw a kid like it was showing his reaction. So like every year, he was like at least like 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
So they have to get like a scholarship in order to play in academies, and I guess he just wasn't enough for their academy and like kind of like cut him. He's like, you know, you've been great, you've been amazing, you've been with us since we were little, but I honestly we don't see you a part of our plans for this academy. And you know they get cut and they lose their scholarship, you know, to play for the academy, and it's so intense that like they're like, I think I saw like a time where academy player like committed suicide just because they didn't make the team. Yeah, I think it was on a Man City team. I can't remember his name. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was, and I guess he couldn't like handle like not making it as a professional athlete. Let's go down the drain. And yeah, it's a hard.
build up.
It's the build up. It's the reality check. You know, it's really hard. For me, like, I tore my ACL. When I tore it, like, I'm like, damn, like, this might be for the ending factor in my career to even have anything. Because it's like, you know, coaches think like, oh, you had ACL like injury, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be as good as you were before.
Yeah.
People would say when they get injured on the field, the second they get injured, like how do I say this? You know you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're just sitting
That's
there.
a
You're looking
really
at your
scary-
ankle. You're looking at your knee. You're just like, oh no.
and like I think I've had a hard time trying to accept that. Like I still believe, like I don't know if I believe, but I still like I want to give one last chance, my last desperate chance. I think I'm away a little bit still. I'm trying to recover from ACL. I'm still recovering. My last like goal at the end of the day, when I know I'm not gonna make it, is I'm gonna go back to my home country, which is El Salvador, and see if I can make a team there if it's possible. I think it's worth a try than saying that I never tried.
Yeah.
I think it's better to say that you tried at least instead of saying you never tried. You know, I think I can live with that knowing that I tried at least, and I think that's something I can live with and accept. And I know it's like, you know, not everyone believes in that or whatever, but that's just, I guess, me, and that's why I'm different from that. I'm not saying I'm gonna make it. I mean, in reality, I can just go back. I can go back to my home country and just get denied.
Yeah, I saw your video actually talking about sharing your goals with people, and I agree so much, man. I agree so much with not sharing your goals with people because you need to protect that.
That's true.
I don't care if, like, okay, people
That's
might
true.
say stuff to your face, but regardless, people are gonna form opinions.
Mhm.
They're gonna start doubting. They're gonna, you know, because maybe they had the same dream. Maybe
That's
maybe
true.
they envy you. Maybe they can't play anymore for real. You gotta be careful with the people you share your goals with,
It is.
because some people are for you, and then, like you said, some people are not.
That's true.
Safer to just not tell anyone, in my opinion.
I mean, I recommend, like, I used to be like that too, but I recommend finding
The
It
right
doesn't-
people.
it
Well, yeah,
doesn't-
the right people.
yeah.
Yeah.
because they will help you.
Yeah.
They will help you if you find the right people.
Yeah, I think that's. Do you guys have anything else?
Like and follow. Subscribe, please.
That's
Oh,
correct.
yeah. If you got okay, wait. This is the tradition. What is one piece of advice that you want to give out there? It doesn't have to be about sports. Doesn't have to be about anything we talked about. Right now is your chance to say something to people. What is it?
I say, never give up. You know, no matter whatever situation you're in, keep fighting because, yeah, you can have one bad day and that's okay, but you must continue pushing forward. The next day you got to pick it up and begin your life. So don't give up. And if you ever need help, there's help.
I say, do everything like it's your last time doing it.
Mm.
Put your 100 into it, so you don't have any regrets later on. And yeah, be careful who you listen to, what opinions you take to heart, what advice you take to heart. People you surround yourself with is very important because it can either build you up or it can break you. That's all I have to say.
That's good.
Okay, that's pretty good.
What is yours, though? You can
Me?
hand it off.
Okay. I guess in my case, I have all the time to give them advice. But for sports, focus on. This is gonna sound cheesy. Focus on becoming better every single day. Every day, you're the only person you compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. That's how you will improve. That's my advice.
That's
But
good.
That's good, man.
yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. If you guys like Ben, if you guys like Mario, if you didn't agree with what they said, if you agreed with what they said, comment down below. Let us know. Other than that, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, follow us on Instagram at The Brief Dive. Follow us on Snapchat at The Brief Dive, all caps plus. Email me at thebriefdive@gmail.com if you have anything you'd like to talk about one-on-one. But other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace out.
Peace.